Covalent TV, get the records.
What am I doing, man?
What up, Mr. Kate here. Make sure you're checking out Covalent TV.
Hello, this is Zelina Vega here, sending lots of love to Daryl and Werner of Covalent TV and the channel itself. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Thank you so much for the support of the wrestling world, and congratulations on working extremely hard on your pro wrestling reviews and continuing to give the people what they want, you know? So sending love your way. Hope you're happy, healthy, and safe.
Okay, people, okay. In the house tonight, you know what I'm saying? We had a little bit of a technical issue, and then as you can see, it is not on my side. Werner is struggling with his internet again, so guys, we gonna rock it out the only way we know how, and that is with me continuing the show until he gets his shit together, because all I can do is worry about you guys' viewership. So that means, welcome to your AEW Dynamite Live Review. It is your boy, Mr. Starks. I am going to be taking care of the festivities for tonight, again, until Werner fixes his janky-ass internet. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so much love to everybody who is already in here, showing the necessary love. If you are already in here doing your part, then in which case I have no complaints towards you, but I still got to give this little disclaimer anyway, beautiful people. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, and donation gang. Show the necessary love tonight. Again, it is super important and super imperative that you do. If not, then politely see the exit, see the door. You know what I'm saying? We need the love, we need the engagement, and if you're not here to give it to us, sorry. You gotta go. You serve no purpose. But again, if you are doing it, then in which case I am not talking to you. All right? So much love to everybody in the house tonight. True Seekers roll call. Let's get that going early. Let's get that going early, and let's get that going often. What needs to be explained straight away is that, guys, we have a format for this show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it goes, man. Y'all know how we give it up, man. We bring you beautiful people the news, Hole One Special, Dumbass. Accountable, and bring you facts, data, statistics as we go. Now, guys, I don't believe in free ball in the news because we do have a format, but I'm just going to put this out there real quick. So the news came out today that all of the WWE talent, at least on the talent side, are on their way to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So therefore, WWE has definitively made their decision. Their mind is made up. The show must go on according to them. And if someone gets hurt, who fucking cares? If they all get blown up in the middle of a desert, who cares? Who cares? The decision has been made, and it has not been made with talent input. It has been made by the decision of WWE brass. Now, I want everybody's comments on that. I want to see what everybody is feeling. I'm trying to check the temperature on that because we spoke at length about that on Monday, and y'all should go back and watch Monday's review. That shit was fire. That shit was absolutely fire. It was a lot of good work on Monday's review, so go check out Monday's review, ladies and gentlemen. But I want y'all to check that out. I really want y'all to, go back and watch that. But most importantly, now that we're here and we understand that this is going down, what safety precautions do people think WWE is actually taking in the event that something does happen? Or do you think they're not taking any safety precautions whatsoever? Hold on 1 second, y'all. It might be working again. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hold on 1 second.
Can you?
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We might have him. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. He got his internet fixed, whatever the case may be. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but back to what I was saying. So, yeah, guys, now that it has been defined and it is clear that the talent is going, guys, give your thoughts. I'm going to read a couple comments on this because I actually was curious to see what the community, you know what I'm saying, our truth seekers thought about this, okay? Seeing people saying TKO are greedy and the money is more important than talent's lives. Absolutely disgusting. No surprise that they need that Saudi money. But, like, here was what I don't want to say pissed me off because WWE doesn't piss me off on a daily basis. But the fact that it was leaked to the dirt sheets, which in a way I predicted on Monday, the fact that it was leaked through the dirt sheets to make it seem like everything was all good and everything's all safe, talent's on their way, everything's a thumbs up, everything's a go. The way they did that felt really scummy to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. When I read the news, something about it felt like lower than low. It felt very scummy to me. Like WWE was like, guys, get the positive spin out there right now. Talent is on the way. It didn't, like, with my spirit. You know what I mean? It didn't, no pun intended, because they're on a plane. But, like, it didn't sit right with my spirit. Because what if something does happen? We spoke about this on Monday. Like, what if something does happen? Oh, well, just as easily, nothing could happen. I understand that. But something also could happen. Now, if you're a drone and you don't understand this logic, y'all use it in debates all the time. Y'all always go to, well, it could and then it couldn't all the time. So in a scenario where there's talent's lives on the line, what is wrong with me saying something also could happen? And the sheer lack of concern to the point of where you're like, paywall select, I need you on this pronto. You know what I'm saying? Like why? If you felt like the talent was so safe and everything is just going to go off without a hitch, does that report even happen? You know, because at the end of the day, what's understood don't have to be spoken. So if they felt like the talent were so safe, why would they have to leak to the media that talent was already on their way? And specifically named the airport that they were flying out of, which I thought was stupid.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. Like, way to compromise their safety even further just for the sake of cleaning up a PR mess. That was the part that really fucked me up. Oh, they flew out of the Miami airport. Wow. So if there wasn't a target on their back, there is now.
Yeah, because when they get back, all those collectors are going to be there wanting some, their stuff to find.
I don't understand the level of greed. Well, I do actually. I understand how big business and corporations work. But the level of greed that WWE has portrayed for the sake of doing this blood money show, I don't think has ever been seen in professional wrestling. I just don't. Which is why I don't know why people can go out of their way to defend this company 24/7. But again, if y'all want the game on this, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm not going to ramble on this. Go watch Monday's review where this was broken down like a fraction on the psychology behind all of this stuff and why, corporations like WWE think the way that they do and why they move the way that they do. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, guys. Yeah, but yeah, them naming the airport, yeah. That was wow. As long as WWE looks good, right? Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Said greed outweighs life. Yeah, man. But by the way, guys, I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm not going to say it for the rest of the stream because, guys, we got to get through these streams faster. And y'all got to engage more so, in a more efficient manner so that way the show gets promoted in the algorithm. So I'm going to say this for the last time tonight. Like gang, comment gang, share gang, donation gang. Y'all know what to do the moment y'all come in here. Y'all know what to do as the stream goes along. And if you're not doing it, then in which case just leave the stream, man. We don't need people in here that's not doing their part. I say it with love. Make room for a viewer that actually will come in here and do their part. All right? But, Werner, I'm only going to cut you this slack because we still early in the show and we only it says 10 minutes in. Yeah. Did you have a piece of news? Go ahead.
JR's cancer-free. I thought that would be some positive news for the day. And I think that's awesome.
That's what's up. And JR, obviously, everybody here is rooting for you. Everybody here is going to show you that love, man. You are a legend in the game. Everybody respects you for the work that you have put in. And if anybody, and just on a human level, if anybody deserves a damn break, in life, if anybody deserves a break, it's JR, man. He put up with a lot of Vince McMahon's bullshit. He put up with a lot of Turner Network's bullshit in his life. He put up with losing his wife. This man has put up with a lot of shit, dude. A lot of shit. Okay? So yeah, guys, show him love, man. Show him support. If you see him out somewhere, I'm going to be honest. Now, hold on. I'm going to be honest. JR is not the most approachable person. And it's only because he's a little older and he don't like all the attention and people in his face. Look, y'all, I'm way younger than JR and I don't like that shit. So I completely understand. But if you do meet him in a right time, right place type of situation, just say, it's a blessing that you beat what you beat. Show them, just show the necessary love, man. Show him love because he needs that positivity. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Fuego. I'll give you that. Said JR was a big part of AEW being legitimized early on. And as much as people hate to say it, so was Chris Jericho.
Yep.
As much as people probably don't want to give him that credit, Chris Jericho is as well. I think Jericho and Tony Khan and everybody has said this themselves, but I'll repeat it, I guess. I don't think AEW gets the TV deal they get if not for Jericho. I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be completely honest with every single one of y'all, okay? All right? Because Tony Khan doesn't have at least when AEW was starting up, Tony Khan didn't have a Nick Khan. That very slimy, snaky, negotiator that for some reason he can finesse people. Tony Khan didn't have that when AEW started up. I don't even think he has that now.
No, I'd be shocked if he did.
So there you have it. There you have it. See what happens when you get things out the mud. People give you your respect. People give you your credit. Tony Khan, he did it the right way, man. He's played the game the right way, and I can't hate on him for that. But guys, man, I'm gonna get back to drone accountability Friday. Y'all got my word. But I think I'm going back to what we not gonna do tonight. But it's okay. I'm gonna let Werner do his drone accountability. So if y'all know what portion of the show is coming up, go ahead and drop that thing in the comment section. But if you decide you are not going to, I still ask very politely that you get the fuck out. And even if you decide you are not going to because you just love our mug so much, I'm going to tell your bitch ass anyway. It is time for us to hold one special accountable. It is time for drone accountability.
This is from Twitter. For context, Tony Khan dropped a match for tonight's show of one Hangman Adam Page taking on the Beast Mortos.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I think I know where this is going.
To which Rebel Kelly, 67, said, "Why is the Beast Murtos?" Yeah, it's spelled like that. Never mind, I get it. Sasha Hogan demanded her man get main event matches, or she'll use the out clause in her contract. Dumbass! Do you know Mercedes' contract? I didn't know there was out clauses for that.
Didn't I just say on Monday that it should be required that when people say stuff like that, they have some form of like data packet to back it up?
Right.
Like everybody in the comment section, didn't I just say this on Monday? Now do y'all see why that's so important? Do y'all see why every take that we say on this show with emphasis is so important? There should have been at least 10 people. I'm going to say 10 because if it was WWE drones, it'd be at least 10. Mm-hmm. This is why I say at least 10 people. This is why I can't wait until AEW finally gets their drone and Fed Walker base. Because there should have been at least 10 people that came underneath that comment and said, prove it.
Right.
What are you basing that off of? Show us Mercedes contract. Do you have the PDF file of Mercedes Monet's contract? That's the type of stuff I want to see y'all do. To me, that's like a public service almost. That's the type of stuff I want to see y'all doing. Not going back and forth with drones that clearly are arguing in bad faith. Clearly arguing in bad faith. But speaking of bad faith, this isn't a part of my what we not gonna do. Speaking of bad faith, let's do it like this. I'm gonna put it like this, y'all. I posed a question earlier in the day on Twitter that asked, throughout this year so far, is Triple H the lead guy for Booker of the Year? And a lot of people were outraged. They were going, oh, is this rage bait? Oh, are you joking? Are you trolling? Are you this? Are you that? First of the month is rolling around, blah, blah, blah. First of all, dumbasses, Twitter don't even pay at the first of the month no goddamn more. Let's start. Let me just put that out there right there real quick. Second of all, I watch, and a couple of y'all watch our show and comment. I watch most of y'all, not most of y'all that watch the show, but it's a couple people that watch the show that do this. I watch y'all stop just short of fully blaming Triple H for bad creative a lot. Mm-hmm. So when I pose a question of if, according to y'all, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, when I pose a question just asking, hey, is he in the lead for Booker of the Year so far? Why are y'all so offended? Y'all seem to stop just short every time of saying he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Why was that question so offensive? Huh? And then let me flip that pancake over to the other side. If it's one thing I love a good set of game tape. You know why? Because guess what? There's people that could get on YouTube right now and watch Walter Payton highlights. Yep. Ain't that nice? There's people that can get on YouTube right now that can watch Barry Sanders highlights. Ain't that nice? That's beautiful. Could be
a third down back.
That's beautiful, bro.
It is. It really is.
Urlacher highlights.
Mm-hmm. Peanut.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Allstott highlights.
Yeah.
I wanted to put out the game tape to show what people really feel about Triple H on the other side of the pancake. This is what people really think, but they're too afraid to say. So do not be mad at me for pulling the bitch up out of you. Oops. Don't be mad at me for pulling the bitch up out of you. Because that was a pancake. On one side, I was exposing, and on the other side, I was pulling the bitch out of people. I was pulling the compromised out of people. How you gonna get mad at me? How am I trolling? How am I trolling? I just want to see if y'all gonna stand on all this shit y'all be saying. Because on one side, again, Triple H is the greatest booker to ever do it. On the other side, y'all want to say Triple H is garbage, but y'all afraid that y'all might lose access to something or you might lose your friend group. So what was so wrong with what I asked? Why was it a troll? Why was it considered a joke? It was a serious question.
Yeah.
That's the way y'all make it out to be. So some people might say, why not just ignore the comments? That I put the game tape out there on purpose. Why would I ignore the comments? That don't make sense. Why would I ignore the comments? That's really dumb. That's really dumb. That's like, okay. That's like saying Walter Payton didn't run for all of those yards to have game tape for future running backs to study. He ran for all of those yards because he just likes running. Like, do you hear
That's
yourself?
so stupid. Yeah,
he wasn't
that's so
running
stupid.
for Super Bowls. He was just running because he liked to run.
Running's fun.
And that don't mean he didn't have love for the game. Like, some people do love just running, but like, they're typically autistic. They're typically on the spectrum. And I don't think Walter Payton was on the spectrum.
No.
He's a very smart individual. You don't do what you did in football like him in fucking... You're a dumbass. I hate to say it. Unless you're a ringer, which is rare. Has there been a ringer in NFL history? I don't think so.
No.
Wow. Damn. Wow. That's kind of crazy.
Because eventually you're going to get exposed.
Wow.
If you think about it.
Damn, that's wow. I've never thought about that till right now. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Holy shit. Okay, wow. Damn. Learn something new every day, even if you're the one that teaches it. But yeah, much love to everybody in the room. And guys, the love is about to exit the room the same time that I just gave it, a key to the apartment, if you shall. It's time for what we not gonna do. Mariah Carey May Droneth Blake Monroeeth the third. Here's what we're not going to do, beloved. I saw this literally right before we went live. Bitch, you finna piss me off. Okay? Bitch, you really finna piss me off. This whole asshole had the nerve to say probably the dumbest take I think I've seen this year. Y'all ready? I'm sorry. Blake Monroe.
Yep.
Had the nerve to say, let me calm down. Tony, I really hope you read this, dude. Blake Monroe said, I never really thought I would be in WWE. I don't know if I felt not good enough or there were just different plans for me because wrestling is amazing and there's so many different experiences and things you could do, which I think is so great. Bitch, you talk like you a co-star on Blue's Clues, first and foremost. But then she would say, I think I felt a little dejected at the end of last year and I didn't know it was an option for me. And then I started training in Flatbacks, which is an amazing school in Atlanta, and I fell in love with wrestling again, and I felt like I was back in the game. But the lines that I want y'all to focus on very intently and very deeply is her saying, I never really thought I would be in WWE. I don't know if I felt good enough or there were just different plans for me. And the other line of, I think I felt a little dejected at the end of last year, and I didn't know it was an option for me. Tony, I'm actually finna direct a couple things at Tony real quick. Now, if this mean I get pulled from goddamn All In, because they did reach out to me today, like, you're coming. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I might, pull up to Texas. You know what I'm saying? I love the thick. Shouts out to the thick Texas women.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they reached out, guys. But, like, I'm going to say this anyway. Tony, this is why vetting processes are very important. This is why gatekeeping is very important. This is why analysis is important. Don't believe in that paralysis by analysis bullshit that all of these grifters try to give you and try to tell you, oh, there's no way he could have known. No, Tony, don't buy no stock in that. This girl basically just said, in no uncertain terms, when she was your world champion, she felt dejected. 2, She said, oh boy, I think the pancake expression is going to be working tonight because there's two sides to this. Two, she felt as if she was somewhere where she wasn't good enough to be, and she wasn't even there yet. She was in your promotion feeling as if she wasn't good enough to be somewhere else. Now, I know hypergamy is very real. I talk about it on the show all the time. Ad nauseum. I'm sure y'all sick of hearing me break it down. Y'all should know what hypergamy means at this point. But homie, this is the equivalent of if you had a wife, right, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all were laying in bed with each other. And y'all watching TV. Y'all laughing. Y'all having a great time. Watching whatever show and or movie that you picked. Probably Time Cop. And she just opens her mouth and says, I want to cheat on you. I know you gave me everything. I know you gave me this big, beautiful house by this lake with all of the amenities a girl could want, all of the purses and shoes and clothes a girl could want. But I don't want you anymore. I want that, like I gave this expression a while ago. I want that shack down the street. Fuck this mansion with all these clothes and everything I could need. Give me that shack down the street with no lights, no plumbing, no clothes, no amenities, no nothing. I want that shack. And you know why I want that shack? Just because it has a logo I want on it. And you let her walk out that door with no consequence. So, Tony, here's another lesson you need to learn. That coldness you showed when you didn't let Rey Fenix immediately out of his contract, homie, you need to get Arctic now. Arctic. Stall these people out. Now, we know WWE is inevitably going to kill their momentum career-wise anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, dog, stall them out. Stall them out. Now, what would prevent you from having to stall these people out to begin with, again, is a proper vetting process. That is what would stall. That would stall the whole thing out. A proper vetting process eliminates this completely. Whether you want to believe me or not. Stop believing these people on the internet that tells you there's no way he could. Dude, there was breadcrumbs out there that showed you she was like this. And you know that. But for her to say she felt dejected while she was carrying your world title, homie, this probably is going to be one of the biggest lessons you are going to learn when it comes to talent relations. And I'm sorry it had to be her. Did you want to give thoughts on this? Because I ain't got nothing else on this. I just can't talk on it no more.
The fact that she's a fucking world champion and felt dejected, that's ridiculous. I don't. Wasn't this right around the time you and I were like, she had Randy Orton syndrome a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know what to say. I mean, we all saw the breadcrumbs. We all knew this was only her going to WWE and doing the WWE starter pack of, oh, let me nonchalantly say shit about AEW and get myself over and talk great about WWE. I wouldn't allow her back, no matter how much she begged. Same with Jade. Same with the Lucha Brothers. You gotta cut ties.
Look, I'm seeing people saying she's ungrateful. It's a slap in the face. I'm seeing all of these comments flowing through. And I think y'all are underselling this, dude. I just gave y'all a picture-perfect analogy of what it's like. And I'm going to add something to that analogy. Not only did she say that to Tony Khan while being in that mansion and saying she wants that shack down the street, before she left, she burned the house down like fucking Left Eye from TLC.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but those comments indirectly set the AEW women's division back. Because she essentially said, inherently, the WWE women's division has more value to women's wrestlers than the AEW women's division. I don't think y'all caught that. See, True Seekers, I think y'all are smart, but like the fact that y'all didn't catch that, come on, y'all. Y'all got to catch up. How did y'all not catch that? She indirectly said the WWE women's division has more value than the AEW women's division.
Is it going to still have that same value when she's eating pins left and right? From, because again, jobber to the stars. That's what she'll be when she gets to the main roster. And Tony's promo is going to come true to where she's going to be she's going to be sentenced to a lifetime of mediocrity. Because again, it's just going to be, oh, you'll be the mid-card champion. Maybe we'll give you one or two. Maybe we'll give you that one world title. But still, you're going to lose to Becky. You're going to lose to Charlotte. You're going to lose to Bianca. You're going to lose to Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to lose to our ceilings.
I think they're going to even feed her to Tiffany.
Yeah. Tiffany's going to be another one because she'll be okay with being a ceiling.
It's a joke. All right, bro. I'm going to read these super chats. Adrian, I'm sorry for missing them earlier. My bad, bro. But said WWE can do whatever they want to these wrestlers. You know what's so funny? That wasn't even related. That was your earlier super chat. That wasn't even related to like what we were just talking about, but in a way it was. That's kind of crazy. Let me see where we go. Where are we going with this? Hold on. You put through another one. Thank you, man. Said the sad part is they may give Triple H Booker of the Year to appease WWE, like I said they would last year. See, this year they can't get away with it.
I think you should be disqualified after you give Jey Uso the world title.
A lot of people, I think you should be disqualified if you're giving Goldberg a fucking world title match in 2025.
That's true.
But, like, dude, I think a lot of media, I said this when it happened. What am I saying? That was a long-ass stream we did, too. I said this when it happened, when we were reading down, like, the rankings and all that stuff, and, like, when we were reading off these different lists, I said, I don't think there's an outlet that is that dumb to risk their credibility on giving Triple H Booker of the Year 2 years in a row. And if it is, okay, cool. Then that means they're comfortable with losing their credibility. Remember I said that. I want y'all to keep that in mind. See, here's the Jedi mind trick I think they try to pull on people this year. I think they're going to give it to Shawn.
Ooh.
To stay WWE adjacent, I think they're going to give it to Shawn. Even though NXT is the biggest horseshit program I've watched in wrestling history.
Oh, dear Lord.
I think Saturday Morning Slam was more exciting than fucking NXT. Like, dude, how people even rate NXT as a product, I will never understand. Ever. I will never understand. It's awful. It is a terrible product. And by the way, Joe Hendry, how you let Mr. Iguana come in and snatch your chain like that, homie? That motherfucker Joe Hendry came out to no pop. I saw a clip. Yep. I was like, oh, dude, it's over. It's over. It's over for Joe Hendry, dude. But that WrestleMania rub really worked, right? Really worked. Adrian Carpenter came through with another donation. Thank you, Adrian Carpenter, with 5 Schmackaroos saying, not only did Mariah disrespect Tony Khan, she disrespected Tony Storm and RJ City and pretty much shit on the Hollywood ending. Yes. See, you get it. You get what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was saying a second ago. I don't know how that went over everybody's head in the comment section. I do not understand how that went over y'all heads. I don't understand how y'all missed that one. I was expecting to see comments of people saying, not only did she shit on this, she shit on this, and this. And this is why, don't take this personally, this is why I think some of y'all are too afraid to criticize WWE. Because what reason would you have not to say that? Yeah, she shat on everything Tony Khan gave her. Everything. And then used it as a plug for a wrestling school in which she probably won't even work out at ever again.
And you know what? She also shat on Bryan Danielson because Bryan Danielson stuck his neck out for this girl.
She did what a textbook narcissist does. Especially a textbook narcissist female. She did what a textbook narcissist does. She used one thing to cushion the blow of her narcissism. She used one positive thing to cushion the blow of her narcissism. Because I have heard great things about flatbacks as a training facility. I personally have. So for her to use flatbacks as a means of cushioning her narcissism and her shitting on WWE, not WWE, AEW and Tony Khan is diabolical. It is the nastiest work you could find. And Tony, add her to that list of people that when WWE inevitably discards them, new phone, who this? Everybody in the damn comment section put new phone, who this? Said Joe Hendry got a career in eating burgers. Have you not seen his build? I think he's already gotten a head start on that. Goodness gracious. Burger King and he appears. I believe in clogged arteries. Fuck that dude. He's such a lame ass. Straight up. I've never gotten into that gimmick. Like the first couple times I saw it, I was like, that's kind of funny. You know.
I'm shocked Flaxbacks isn't a WWE ID school.
So am I. I agree with that, Warner. So am I. Let me see. I'm seeing people actually responding to this in real time on Twitter. Yeah, people ain't feeling this shit. Yep. Yeah, because it's very nasty to its core. It's so nasty. It's like the Eve biting the apple thing. Like it's so disgusting and so just wrong. But does Blake, I'm sorry, not Mariah, but does Blake care? No. You know why? Because she's living her dream.
What
Right?
about the dream? The dream of WrestleMania.
What is the dream even mean? I want to ask, this is why I wished WWE gave interviews to more outlets. They definitely have their controlled outlets that they give interviews to. But I would love to ask Mariah May, can you define the dream? I would love to hear the answer to that. Wouldn't y'all love to? See, but here's the thing. Pro wrestling doesn't encourage investigative journalism. It encourages ass kissing.
Yep.
Oh, I said the quiet part loud. Damn it. I said the quiet part loud.
You know what my favorite part is? Is when there's actual investigative journalism on wrestling, and then all the dirt sheets get all pissy.
Oh, they shit on it. Yeah.
Yeah, they shit. Yeah, they try to sweep it under the rug because we didn't report on that.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
And we know who the number one culprit of doing that is. Can y'all name them?
Yes, we do.
I'm gonna give y'all a one-time pass. Y'all can name them. Y'all know who the number one See, this time, homie, if you try to DM me and I gotta mark you out again, you can't get mad at me because I'm telling the comment section to name you. I didn't even say it. Right. Yeah, right. You see, I didn't even have to name you. See that? You see that? It's not me, bro. You try to gatekeep pro wrestling media and you're failing at it because truthfully, you're not as great at your job as you think you are. Okay? And all of your poor underlings that get scraps, that get fed scraps and get fed the occasional story that you can't break. You know what I'm saying? Dude, let those people have a chance at a career somewhere else because, dude, you're trying to gatekeep professional wrestling media. And you know you are. Now, for any snitch that's watching this and is going to send a clip to him, you can tell him I said it. I'm not hopping on another phone call with him. I'm standing on what I said the first time this time around, and you can't put your wife in front of you again. Run the fade. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, run the fade. And I'm not yelling this time, homie. I'm saying it as calm as possible. Run the fade. You got a problem with what I'm saying? Run the fade. Don't put your wife in front of you again. Run the fade. Because I'm not going to stop myself from telling the truth on this show. To keep your feelings intact. Your very fragile feelings intact. That's just something I'm not going to do. No apologies, by the way. That's a good comment, Louis. Said one day that dream becomes a nightmare. It definitely does. We've seen, dude, we have so many examples. See, but WWE is running out of sand in that hourglass, bro. They are. All of those little grains of sand that WWE is their dream, dude, they're down to like one crop of talent. I think, okay, well, do y'all agree with this? And then we're going to get into Dynamite. Do y'all agree with this? I want to see some comments on this as well. Do y'all agree with this? After the next crop of WWE is my dream individuals, do y'all think WWE is going to have WWE is my dream as a selling point to talents anymore?
I could see them trying, but I could see it not working.
I didn't ask about if they would try. I'm asking for a definitive answer.
Oh.
I'm asking for yes or no.
I'd say yes.
So you think after this next crop of talent, which I would name names, but for the sake of not putting them out there, because I actually know all about them, and I know a couple people that for sure, if WWE picked up the phone, they are going to go running with bells on with their knee braces. I gave y'all a little hint, by the way. I think after this next crop of talent that WWE is their dream, dude, I think they're out. I think that selling point is done. I think that selling point is done. I think it's done. I think, again, Warner, they might try, but I think it's done.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to do? And I think the talent crop after this next one, that when they finally develop, I think the talent crop after that is probably going to be, and I'm talking about the elite talent crop, that talent crop that is like full of can't miss prospects. That next crop will probably be sometime around 28, 29, 2028, 2029.
Yeah. So right around AEW's new TV deal.
Yeah. Which I think by that time, again, WWE is not going to be the dream inevitably for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. People saying no. People saying it's going to die. Say it'll be far less. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it for WWE. They're going to have a really hard time selling the company to talents, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, but here's the thing, Mo. Here's the thing. You said once newcomers see how that dream talent ends up being treated, eventually heads will be turning to AEW. I do think we see a few of these talents play WWE against AEW for contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that I don't think will ever stop. That's just business. I don't think that will ever stop. But I think the amount of talent that are just like, I'm going to WWE no matter what. It's my dream. It's my present, whatever the case may be. I think that after this next crop of talent finally develops, I think that's over. I think that's done. Yeah, I think that's done. So we'll see. We shall see. Samantha, that's a good comment. Said people, and it's good to see you in here, by the way. Said
yes.
People who are Billy Stark's age will not see WWE as their dream. Yeah, because they'll have Billy Starks to go off of.
Right. And Nick Wayne.
Yeah, they'll have people to go off of. Yep, straight up. But y'all, it is time to light the fuse, bring the boom.
Dynamite.
Time to get into Dynamite, y'all. It's time to get this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? We are just approaching 45 minutes into this show. Y'all already know what y'all supposed to do. I told y'all I'm not going to tell y'all again. All right, so just do it. Let's get it popping. Dynamite emojis are welcome. Dynamite emojis are welcome.
Yes, they are.
They are welcome. So go ahead and get that popping. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Appreciate it, man. Keep that chat rate up. Keep that engagement going, man. It helps the stream. It helps the algorithm. It helps us. All right. Damn, why? When I go live, people want to blow my phone up. Okay. Here we go, beautiful people. Y'all ready? It's time to get into Dynamite. Let's do it. Okay, tonight we are in Kent, Washington, ladies and gentlemen. We are in Kent, Washington. Mercedes Moné would interrupt Timeless Toni Storm's entrance to the arena, taking her to the stage where she mocked Toni Storm and locked in a statement maker. You know, and I tell you what, something I like, it was subtle, it was small, it was quick. But when Mercedes held Toni Storm's face up to the camera and she looked directly in the camera and said, "Welcome to Dynamite," I don't know why I like that so much. Actually, I do know why I like that so much. It makes, when you do stuff like that, it makes the show feel important. Like, oh, I got to keep watching. I got to see where this goes. I liked that. It was subtle, but it was dope. So shouts out to Mercedes for having the presence of mind to do that. But officials in Mina Shirakawa came out to break it up and protect Tony Booty in one last mocking line. Mercedes would say, "Let the games begin," to Toni Storm. I love it.
I can't wait to see what the response is.
And guys, again, I was invited to All In, man. So, I mean, it's a likelihood I'm probably going to go. But, like, I can't wait to see what that's going to be like in the building, dude. I cannot wait to see what that's going to be like in the building. Straight up. But no, shouts out to Mercedes for having the presence of mind to dropping that line on the people, man. That was good. That was good work. Much love. And obviously, Mina got a big pop, and I think you can understand why. One, because she's over.
Yes, she is.
One, because she's over. Two, because she has two things in front of her that would cause her to float in most oceans.
That's correct.
All right? But shouts out to Mina Shirakawa. We love you.
Yes.
Thoughts on the opening segment?
Fantastic. You know, as soon as I saw Tony go in, I'm like, no, not the usual montage of talents arriving. But this works here because now you have an angle with the main event, hopefully at All In, for Tony and Mercedes. I thought this was a great way to kick off the show. In fact, I'd like to see the show kick off more like this. Heck, have the opening match kick off like this every once in a while. That'd be phenomenal.
And guess what? It didn't need to have 30 minutes of talking before it happened.
No.
See that?
All you had was "Welcome to Dynamite."
And
how hard is that?
And it did, and that did exactly what it was supposed to do. Because if I'm a new viewer, like if I had never watched AEW before and I saw that and I saw Mercedes say that, I'm like, oh shit, I'm locked in. Let me watch what's going to happen with this. That's something that AEW hits on. AEW has a great hook, but AEW has a great hook, but like the problem is when you have so many WWE fans that are telling you not to watch it, there's going to be this crop of people that aren't going to check it out and give it a chance because there's so many people telling you not to watch it. That's the biggest symptom that AEW suffers from when it comes to audience growth.
Yep.
There's this galvanized base of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that tell you don't watch this show. And then when you ask why, they say, because it's not WWE. That is the biggest symptom of audience growth that AEW suffers from. I said this in year 3. Which is also another reason why I say I think WWE needs to die, because that narrative would die. Those fans, they could still say it, but it would fall on deaf ears, because guess what? There would be no WWE.
You would think there would be enough lapsed fans, casual fans, whatever, that when somebody says, "Well, it's not WWE," they would be like, "Oh, that's great. Let's try something new. Let's try something different. Let's switch it up because WWE is just par for the course and does the same nonsense week after week after week with the same sports entertainers week after week after week."
Warner, I hate to say it to you like this, man. A lot of those lapsed fans were faking the funk.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, though.
A lot of them. Remember that narrative? We just wanted a better WWE, and now we're getting that with Triple H. Remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then around that same time, you had every podcaster known to man giving you reasons why you shouldn't watch AEW. So again, that reinforces my point.
Yeah.
I hate it. Warner, I hate it. I really do. But it happened. We can't deny that in the history of AEW. That was something that AEW suffered from in the early years.
Yep.
It was a constant barrage of why you shouldn't watch it. And to me, somebody might say, "Oh, you're giving them a built-in excuse." No, I'm not. It's the truth. That's why AEW is having a hard time growing their audience right now. But inevitably, and I've said this, inevitably, if you put in enough good reps, the results will come. And that's what AEW is doing right now. They're putting up great reps. They deserve that rating they got for Grand Slam Mexico. They deserve that.
Yeah.
Because 2025, they've been firing on all cylinders. They deserved that rating. That is why you keep putting out good game tape in spite of what people say. All right, moving on, beautiful people. Oh, shit. Why did my fucking page jump like that? God damn, my results moved. Lord Jesus. Here we go. I got it. All right. So the Young Bucks announced that Will Ospreay the third and Swerve's match had been moved up to the opener, which I actually like that because that is what heels are supposed to do. It is refreshing to see heels utilizing their heel power to do heel shit. What a concept. I like the visual of Will Ospreay running out there trying to get his boots and his gear on and all that. AEW is just a company that gets it. Can I just put it that way to make it a very long story short? AEW gets it. Where other companies right now don't get it, AEW gets it. MLW gets it too. MLW is suffering from not having a sponsor. Like, I think if MLW had like somebody that was extremely, extremely wealthy behind them, MLW would probably be like the third biggest promotion in the United States. And I've been saying that since 2019. Because AEW was around, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think MLW could easily be one of the biggest promotions in the country if they had like a really large backing. Because they get it. You know what I'm saying? But here's MLW's problem. They're leaning on a talent pool that no one wants.
That's true.
That's their biggest problem. They need homegrown superstars bad. Now, I know WWE stole, and AEW is not absolved, but I think the only person AEW stole was MJF.
Yep.
So, just putting it out there, beautiful people. Just putting it out there. But TNA got in on that thievery too. So, everybody
they took Alex Hammerstone.
Yeah, everybody stole MLW's homegrown stars. Janai Kai stuck around as long as she could. You know, but she maxed out there. So, hey, well, I'm curious to see where she goes, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah, I think honestly, AEW is a right size fit with no questions asked. But, you know, you never know where a person's head is at. But I love the fact that Will Ospreay the third and Swerve throughout this match struggled to get into rhythm. Like a match that they normally would finish probably in like a minute and a half took them a little bit longer. I repeat, AEW gets it. Okay? Afterward, they challenged Matt and Nick Jackson to put their EVP titles on the line in a tag team match at All In. And I said, hell yeah.
Sign me up.
This is what you do, bro. This is how you build to a pay-per-view.
Yes.
This is how you place importance on a match that people otherwise probably would have been like, this was a throwaway.
Mm-hmm.
The match probably still would have been great. Don't get me wrong, but like people would have just kind of like, it's a throwaway.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge.
This is definitely not going to be a cool down match now.
Hell no. Absolutely not. And I love that. I absolutely love that. But much love to everybody involved with this segment and this match, because this is what heels and baby faces are supposed to do. Mega heels make mega baby faces, ladies and gentlemen. But afterwards, backstage, the Young Bucks suspended Swerve for the week without pay for putting his hand on an AEW official. Heels doing heel shit.
Yes.
Like, how hard is it? Industry standard? How hard is it? But you were going to say something.
No, this is exactly what we needed from the Bucks. This is heels doing heel shit. This was perfect. Although I would have went a little further and said 2 weeks. Just to build up anticipation to where, oh, well, Tony let me back in for the go home week since we're that far out. Like, why? That would be phenomenal.
I do think, this is just me though, if I had the book, I wouldn't have them have any physical contact until All In.
Oh, no.
Like, they should do something probably next week where it's like, if you lay a hand on us before All In, you're fired.
Right.
And we got Tony Khan to sign off on it.
Yeah.
Then it'll really be tension going into that match.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's something that, Tony, if you're thinking of doing that, do it.
Do it.
Just make it happen, bro. Make it happen. Don't overthink it. Just make it happen. All right. Shouts out to everybody in the house tonight, man. Let's keep it rolling on tonight's show. Kota Ibushi is back, man, going against Trent Beretta. It's good to see him back, and it's good to see him back in shape.
Yes.
When he returned for blood and guts,
ooh,
that motherfucker was built like a buoy on the ocean. That motherfucker was built weird. That motherfucker had icy cup shape. He looked weird. Y'all ever seen a decorative cup at one of them little motherfucking bars on the Vegas Strip? Kota Ibushi was built like that. He looked bad, yo. Kota Ibushi was a little bloated. Yeah. But I liked that Trent Beretta was focusing on Kota Ibushi's neck. But Kota Ibushi still rallied and hit the Kamigoye for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Great fucking match between these two. It was a mini cheat code for me. Kota Ibushi looks like he's back in ring shape and in physical shape. You love to see it.
Yes.
And I've always said this. I've said this since, I've said this since year one of us doing the show. Kota Ibushi, when healthy and when he's on top of his game, is a top 10 professional wrestler, just from a wrestling standpoint, in any promotion.
Yeah.
Any. Same thing with Kenny. Kenny is more like a top 5, maybe even top 3. If Kenny is healthy and in ring shape, there's not many people that can touch Kenny in that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But then Okada would come out to affront Kota Ibushi, and Excalibur would announce on commentary the next week on Dynamite 300 to think that we've done about 280 of those, Werner.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sheesh. On Dynamite 300, we are getting Kota Ibushi versus Kazuchika Okada. Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow.
See, I was thinking about this. I'm like, Tony really spoils us. He really does.
An understatement for this dude.
I get what you're saying, but like, I think that's why drones are even getting madder and madder, because they see Tony spoiling his fan base. And then you go over to WWE.
And you got Seth Rollins talking for 20 minutes and cackling. Yeah.
Right. And then it's like, even hypothetically, like right now, as WWE stands as it is right now, what is that one match that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they're putting this on free TV? You can't name one. That's the frustrating thing. You can't name one.
Watch this. I've been saying that WWE is projecting their product's failure on AEW, but deep down inside, I really think and believe, and some of y'all can say if y'all agree or disagree, I think those WWE fans, like the really diehard drones, wish WWE could buy AEW and AEW still be the same product underneath the WWE banner.
Ooh.
Like, as long as WWE owns it and their logo is on it, that is the only thing that satisfies drones. So I feel like if WWE bought AEW and kept it the exact same, WWE fans would love AEW. Oh, they would think it was the best thing ever. Literally, the only thing holding some WWE fans back from liking AEW is the fact that the three letters say AEW and not WWE. I'm dead ass. I think it's a brand loyalty thing to a fault.
Yeah.
Like if it was WWE now presents AEW All In. That's the pyro. Bam. Time to play the game. Welcome to AEW. WWE presents All In. Like, dude, they would go ape shit.
Oh, yeah.
But because it stands alone in being great, they can't fucking stand it, bro. They cannot stand it, dog. I'm speaking to like the diehard drones. Like the ones that aren't like diehard drones, I think they're just jealous.
Mm-hmm.
But like the diehard drones, it's definitely a brand loyalty thing, for sure. All right, guys, let's keep going with the show. All right. So, I could talk. AEW aired a video package to showcase the dynamic of something that Werner has masturbated to plenty of times, and that is the Golden Lovers. Yes, they did. You motherfucker, when Kota Ibushi showed up in AEW, and I asked you, sir, did you blow a load to it? You looked away from the camera and said,
I said no.
No, that's a lie.
Pull up the tape.
I could pull up the blood and gut stream. You didn't definitively say no. You giggled like a little schoolgirl.
Because it was funny as hell.
You didn't deny it. You didn't say no. The word no did not come out your mouth.
No.
No. Golden Lovers jizz came out your mouth.
No, it didn't.
God damn it. But Okada introduced the Young Bucks to the Don Callis family backstage, and Takeshita reminded the Rainmaker that this alliance is temporary.
Ooh.
It's Japan on Japan violence.
Ooh, fancy.
But yeah, no. Werner wouldn't shut the fuck up about the Golden Lovers for the first 3 years of the show, guys. So if y'all wondering where this vitriol comes from, it comes from Werner's fucking cream-filled butthole from dealing with Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Will we get a Golden Lovers reunion so he can reunite with his boyfriend Kenny? Every goddamn AEW show.
And I have not done that in a few years.
Because it finally happened, and you could finally have your orgasm in a satisfactory way. Dickhead. Why would you need to bring it up? All right. Motherfucker said the golden male. Give me a fucking knife. But let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Next up, we got Jet Speed going against Richard O'Shea and Assault Rifle Fox.
Yep.
Richard O'Shea and Assault Rifle Fox struggled to get on the same page until Richard O'Shea inevitably walked out on Assault Rifle Fox. Then Kevin Knight hit him with a sky high into the UFO splash for the victory. Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey called their shot for an AEW World Tag Team Championship opportunity at All In, and Booby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin attacked like lions in the fucking savannah.
Yep.
I didn't think they still had that speed, okay? But MVIP agreed to the match if the challengers could still walk after the beatdown. And MJF declared that he would win a qualifier for the Casino Gauntlet next week, then earn his shot at the AEW World Championship. Please, God, no.
For the love of God, Tony, no.
Please, no. Please, no.
There are way more talented people than MJF.
But Mark Briscoe would come out there and insinuate that MJF has a small penis. Let's not get into
empathy.
Let's not get into WWE shit, please.
Yeah.
Please. I didn't laugh once. Some people might have found it funny. I was just like, oh, the dick jokes in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, leave those in the Attitude Era. Like, they have their place in certain scenarios, but this just felt forced. Yeah, I wasn't feeling this. This was kind of corny. But I do give him credit for actually holding his own on the mic. He didn't seem flustered. Mark Briscoe did not seem flustered on that mic.
Yeah.
All right. But when Richard O'Shea announced that he intended to recruit talent and all that stuff and scout them, it seemed like he was going to align with Crew, but apparently, don't look like that's going to happen as of right now, but we shall see. Okay. But yeah, man, I don't know what to make of this Richard O'Shea angle as of yet. I want to see this kind of pick up a little more steam. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'm happy to see Jet Speed getting that tag title opportunity. I think that match is going to be really good. And it's crazy because I think this card is so dope that might end up being a cool down match.
Yeah. Especially like Double or Nothing where the tag match was the cool down match. But I think Tony is going to say nothing is a bathroom break. There's no cool downs on this show.
And by the way, AEW outplaying the industry standard yet again. Jet Speed came out as a tag team with a tag team Tron and a new tag team theme.
What a shocker.
Would you look at that?
It's really not that hard to
Instead
do.
Instead of
WWE.
on commentary being called Seth Rollins' Crew. They're a tag team with a tag team Tron and a tag team theme. Wow. Don't worry, WWE. Don't strain too hard lapping everybody, right? We don't want you to pull a muscle. Fuck out of here. See, look, I know y'all watch our show, and sometimes y'all repeat our talking points back because y'all think they good. But I said 2 weeks ago that Mark Briscoe is everything people think Jey Uso is.
Yes.
I literally said that shit 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
He's everything people think Jey Uso is. And I think if he got a push that was to the level of where Jey Uso's is, he'd probably go further with it. So yeah, I no, I've been said that. No, he's everything people think Jey Uso is. Let's keep it rolling, beautiful people. We got the 4-way for the number 1 spot in the men's Casino Gauntlet, okay? And this match would consist of Bandido, Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and I forgot the last person, Takeshita. There he is.
Yeah.
Now, this is something I liked. You know why? I like the result of this match, and I'm going to tell you why. It was this little thing called continuity. You had MJF running Mark Briscoe down saying you're the lovable loser. You're just going to lose in this match. Just for Mark Briscoe to come into this match and not only shine, but win. What a concept. Go ahead.
Let's be honest here. He not only won, he won against some heavy hitters.
Yes.
I mean, Takeshita and Bandido. I mean, that's huge. And not to take away from Roddy at all, but like as terms of overness right now with Takeshita and Bandido, woo.
And that German suplex spot in this match was insane, by the way, guys.
Yes.
That was insane. That was absolutely amazing. But yeah, dude, like everything worked in this matchup. The match had an excellent fucking pace. Bandido is next up on that list of, I'm not saying he's keeping him down on purpose, but he's next on that list of Tony Khan, you only going to be able to keep him down for so long, bro.
Right.
Like, dude, every time he's out there, he's getting a huge reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You got to listen to the fans, homie. You got to listen to the fans. You do, which is why I'm not giving you hell about it. But, homie, Bandido is next up. Start figuring out what belt, what main AEW roster belt he's going to take off of who. Start figuring that out now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that needs to happen in 2026 or late 2025. I know you're trying to see if he can stay healthy. I know you're trying to, gauge his consistency, which I completely understand. He has been injury prone. I completely understand. But, dude, do you hear how the crowd is reacting to him when he's out there? Keep that in mind, dude. All right? Anything else you want to say on this one?
No, I thought this was a phenomenal cheat code of a match.
Definitely a cheat code. Definitely a cheat code. For sure. All right, now let me see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Adam Cole laid out an open challenge for the TNT Championship to anyone in the Don Callis family, which that person would turn out to be Josh Alexander.
It's going to be a good match.
It's going to be a damn good match. They giving the fans what they want, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Giving the fans what they want. That's all you can do.
Spoiling us.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You will be rewarded. AEW All In is about to cross 20,000 tickets sold. They deserve that. Honestly, they deserve 30, if I'm being honest.
I agree.
So, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I really cannot wait to see what happens. I like the booking going into All In, so let's see where that goes, okay? All right, beautiful people. Damn, are we here already? Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
This
This show flew.
It really did. 4-way for the #1 spot in the women's Casino Gauntlet. Oh, boy. If you are going to watch this show on playback, you know how we have to be honest about everything that happens on this show. Love you nonetheless, but we got to be honest. We got to be honest. Thunder Rosa held this match back.
Yeah. It was hard to watch, too.
It was rough. It was rough.
Because we love Thunder. I think she's a phenomenal wrestler. Daryl, I'm sure you think she's a phenomenal wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know. Tonight was not her night.
No, it was rough. It almost held this match back to a degree of which I was like, just go home. Go to the finish. It was good to see, by the way, it was good to see Athena on Dynamite. That was so refreshing to see. I know she was announced, obviously, but it is so good to see her. It feels like she belongs on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. This match had so much in-ring storytelling that I was like, I don't even care who wins. Well, I mean, I hate to say it again, except for Thunder Rosa. I was like, I don't really care who wins.
Yeah.
They interlace so many stories. But Marina Shafir would end up getting involved, and Willa Yuta would end up getting involved. They were obviously trying to take out Willow. Willow. She's so adorable, man.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. But they would try to take out Willow, which would inadvertently lead to Kris Statlander picking up the win in this match.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you don't say. I'm curious to see where this goes, but Marina walked out there looking like a sexy-ass lady Terminator.
Yes.
She was looking good as a motherfucker. God damn, Marina Shafir. Which also confirms that, ladies, you don't got to go get big fake titties and a big fake ass for men to think you're sexy.
Right.
Marina Shafir don't got none of that.
Mm-mm.
And that is one of the baddest women I've ever seen.
Yes.
It's all in how you carry yourself, ladies. Your presence, how you maximize your looks. All right? But no, I thought other than Thunder Rosa kind of holding this match back, it was a good match.
Yes. I loved all the chain stuff that Kris and Willow were doing, especially towards the end before Marina showed up. I thought that was great. But what are we doing now with Willow? Because you and I talked about last year when she lost the TBS title she should be going on a journey of getting her way back to that title and winning it back. We're past that point now. And she hasn't been in the main event picture scene for the women's world title or the TBS title. She's been in the main event feud with the Death Rider stuff, don't get us wrong. But where are we going here? I mean, we all know that she should be the biggest babyface in the company, and I feel like she's just treading water right now.
So I'm not ready.
I don't get it.
I'm not ready to commit to that narrative just yet. I hear you, but I'm not ready to commit to that narrative just yet. As much as it seems like that might be the case as of right now, I want to see what Tony does after All In before I commit to that. Like, if we get to All Out and I still feel this way about it, then in which case, sure, I'll go ahead and be like, yeah, Werner, you might have hit the nail on the head. But yeah, no, I'm not ready just yet to commit to that. But I feel you. I feel you. I completely understand.
It's fair enough. I know it's a wait and see approach, and with AEW, you can actually take a wait and see approach.
Yeah, because they have so many talented women right now that I don't think that they're losing, if that makes any sense. Like,
no,
you can actually afford to put Willow on ice for a second because your women's division is just that good.
Right.
Now, if this was 2 years ago, probably not. Probably not. But now you got to rotate. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I see James Murray, you said she's the last one to beat Mercedes Moné. But here's my thing about that too. I think inevitably Willow gets that moment. Now, it might not be with Mercedes Moné, but I think Willow gets that moment. You know the moment I'm talking about.
Who knows? That moment could come at the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royale.
Yeah, I think Willow gets that moment, and then it's just going to be full steam ahead from there. Because it feels like that's all is missing, is her getting that moment. So we'll see. We'll see. I hate that Tony spent so much time and investment giving those moments to Mariah May in hindsight.
Yeah.
Because those could have been Willow's moments.
Yep.
Just putting it in hindsight.
That would have been an awesome feud with Willow and Tony.
Yeah. In hindsight, I fucking hate it. In hindsight, I hate it. It pisses me off just to even think about it. But I think where they're going, if I'm being honest, I think they're going with the whole Thunder Rosa versus Athena at Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. And Thunder Rosa might take the belt off of her so Athena can come up to the AEW main roster. You know, Thunder Rosa is in an interesting position right now. I think retirement might need to be considered. Her being a coach is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think retirement definitely needs to be considered. It's like she's not, you could see it in her performances. She's not giving it everything. I hate to say it like this. I think Britt broke her.
Big time.
I do. Looking back at it all in perspective, I think Britt broke her. You don't see that passion, that fire she once had. I think fire is more accurate. You don't see that fire she once had anymore. Now that fire has turned into complacency. And I never thought I'd be saying that on this show. But it's too glaringly obvious to ignore. Okay? So much love to Thunder. You know we love you on this show still. But gotta call a spade, beloved. You know? All right, let's get to ratings.
One more match.
Oh shit, yeah, we do have one more match. I forgot. God damn. You sure?
Yeah, Hangman and the Beast Mortals.
Oh, that's right. I forgot my notes. Yeah. My fault. Hangman Page picked up the win in that matchup with the Beast Mortals. That match was, you could try and say it was a politic thing. Dude, cut that shit out. dude, but Hangman is performing at a high level on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know you have a star on your hands. He's performing at a high level on autopilot. Is there anyone here that disagrees with that statement? Like, I don't even feel a need to go into the match per se, because, like, it was a Hangman Page match. Now, that's something else I never thought I'd see the day where I say that.
Yeah. I mean, night and day of a change from year one AEW to now.
And Hangman has always had this strength. This is something that we've never taken away from him. This is something we have never taken away from him from day one. Mm-hmm. Hangman has this really great ability to adapt his in-ring style to whoever he's working with.
Yes, he's a great chameleon.
We've always said that. Like, even when we weren't the biggest fans of him, we've always said that. That has always been an elite trait, no pun intended. That has always been an elite trait of his from day one. We just didn't know if he would ever put it all together with in-ring psychology, storytelling, mic work. We didn't know if he would ever put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, the Death Riders would descend upon Hangman Adam Page after his victory, and the Elite assisted Jon Moxley in choking out Hangman with a steel chain. The Hobbs and Willith Ospreay the third ran them off eventually, but the damage was done. Continuing the story, ladies and gentlemen, continuing the story. Story. They have those.
Yes. Way better that go over WWE drones' heads.
So now let's go to ratings. My apologies, y'all. This was, I don't even want to say solid. This was a sturdy show. I think sturdy is a stronger word. This was a sturdy show. Tony Khan could have deviated and had one of those phone it in style shows that he every now and again he has them. I don't think he's had one this year though.
No.
Funny enough, I don't think he's had one this year. But like, he could have easily made this one of those phone it in type of shows, and he didn't. So for that alone, that boosted my rating. I'm going to give this show a 9.4. The way this show was structured was excellent. It wasn't too much talking, and it wasn't too much wrestling. It was the perfect balance on this show. And making the Casino Gauntlet matches feel important by having them both in the second hour back-to-back, good call.
Yes.
Damn good call. Okay? Moment of the night, I'm going to go off the beaten path. I'm going to go with the women's division actually having storylines that you could sink your teeth into. Going into their biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Yep.
I think that's extremely huge. Because you can't say that about, I think y'all get the point. And that's all I got. Go ahead.
You know, when Tony dropped the announcement for Hangman and Mordos, I was like, this is a 9.5 show. There's no way it's going to be anything lower. Because Tony's locked in right now, or in the weeds, as he likes to say, and he stuck to it. So I'm definitely sticking with that 9.5 moment. That I'm going to go off the beaten path, and I'm going to go Moxley's promo where he was sitting in the stairwell. Because I don't know if anyone noticed, but it feels like he was making a few references to a time when CM Punk was in AEW.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And
Hangman was champion. Just a little bit.
Yeah, CM Punk is an embarrassment.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, there you have it. Said 2025 AEW better than 1998 WWF. Now, you know what people going to say. Quality-wise, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But, like, you know what people going to say. It's not doing the business that 1998 WWF did.
Well, if we adjust for inflation, maybe.
Lord. Capper said, rating 8 moment Okada Ibushi stare down. 8.
Whoa.
I'm noticing. I'm going to leave it at that.
Mm.
Mo said, 9 moment of night Ibushi in-ring return. Said 41 minutes and 42 seconds of wrestling on SmackDown, 45 minutes and 34 seconds of wrestling on Raw. Mundo Fuego said 10. Mark Briscoe growing as a top card baby face for my moment. Adrian Carpenter said 9 moment Mercedes attacking Tony. Pete Rocks 12 said, did you guys mention the Takeshita Okada confrontation? Yes, we did.
Yes.
We did.
Take our money. Even though it's going to be free.
Like, yeah.
Shockingly.
Mo said 55 minutes and 57 seconds of wrestling on Collision, 57 minutes and 52 seconds of wrestling on Dynamite. Mr. Mayhem with an 8.5. I'm noticing. Fuego said RJ City all the way in his bag. Yeah, and I'm starting to see people take these weird, like, passive-aggressive pot shots at him, and I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something about that is kind of off to me. When I figure out what, I'm gonna let y'all know. But something about that is real off to me. Said next week is a special show. It should be better. There was nothing wrong with the show tonight.
No, there was nothing wrong with the show tonight.
There was nothing wrong with the show tonight at all.
I do wish next week's show was in Daly's place, but that's neither here nor there.
Agreed. They need to run that venue more. Said next week's show with Okada, Ibushi, and Mercedes, Mina will be next level. Yeah, Mercedes is going against Mina Shirakawa for the TBS title.
Wouldn't that be an upset?
I think if you really want to shake shit up going into All In and leave like that unpredictability of that match, have Mina win that belt. Have Mina win that belt.
That would be a shocker.
Like, if you want some true unpredictability going into that match, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Tony, I hope you understand, bro.
Yeah.
If you want a moment, that's how you do it. All right? See what we got. Samantha said, I love how Mark Briscoe mocked that jackass MJF. 8.7. Man, I'm going to be honest. Tonight is one of those nights where I'm like, man, I'm really shocked people are going beneath a 9. Like a flat 9.
Yeah, me too.
Let me see what we got. Said our host 10 plus Dynamite 9 moment of the night. Will running with no shoes. Yeah, man, he was out there trying to get his shit together. Trying to get his
funny.
feet set, you know. The AEW Dynamite 300 Mercedes. Yeah, it's going to be nice, man. I'm looking forward to next week, man. That's going to be a big show for us as well, y'all, because we've covered, again, about 90-some% of these shows. It's kind of surreal to think about. It is very, very surreal to think about. A lot has changed since that time, too. You know? All right. But clear the air. Silence is golden. And that's why I want to clear the air on.
Yeah, silence is golden. I got nothing.
All right, y'all. Well, it's time for us to get the fuck up out of here, man. We rock this John out. So therefore, going once, going twice, and so to the man with the braids in his ass. So, sign off yet again. It's the epitome of black excellence, the king of dimes, and just your boy, Mr. Starksan.
Big enough worldwide, the Messiah, semi-cute sixes, and the internal pessimist, Big Dub.
Peace out, y'all.
See you Friday.